Hello everybody, and welcome back to Yeeps Hide and Seek. So today I'll be showing you guys a bunch of tips and tricks. Before that though, I'd like to announce that last week I got CC, which if you don't know, is a content creator role on the Yeeps Discord, so it's really cool. There's a lot of cool things you get with it, like the challenges, you get bug points, monthly cosmetics if you do certain things. It's like a really cool program. But anyway, that aside, today I'll be showing you guys a bunch of cool tips and tricks you can do in Yeeps. So a bunch of things, obscure things mostly, with all these things in Yeeps. So I'll be showing all these gadgets, great uses. So, I think it's best to start with hot cocoa. With hot cocoa, one of its secret uses is that if you hit it at your head or even your back, you're gonna get a boost. A little hard to do, but what you're doing is hitting at yourself, and you'll see if you hit somebody else with hot cocoa, they're gonna get knocked back a little. Basically, giving yourself this knockback can let you launch. But if you're moving backwards, it doesn't work as well for me. I'm used to doing forwards. As you see, you can get a lot of momentum, especially if you already start with some momentum. Like if you use a firework and then hot cocos, you can get like a lot of momentum. If you already start with momentum, jump, you're gonna be more likely to fly across. Next on the list are these boxing gloves. They have a few uses that some people don't know. Usually most of their uses are pretty known, but a secret use of them that some people don't know is that if you do this, like put them up to your head, they'll block knockback. As you see, I have knockback protection off. That works, but if I do this, I still get knocked back. So when you're fighting someone with these, or somebody's throwing like bombs at you, instead of turning on knockback protection, if you have these, you can literally just put them. This also like stops freeze the other thing that would hurt the player. And obviously it freezes you. It freezes players when you punch them 3 times. That's the thing. Yeah, it's not really a secret. But our next thing, the bat. Now the bat doesn't really have a secret use. It's very simple. All it does is it breaks blocks, like this, and unless they're reinforced, which it doesn't break, and it knocks back players. But a secret use you may not know is that if you freeze someone, I don't have an example here, fortunately, but if you freeze someone, hit them with the bat, they'll go flying. So it's like here's what it would look like basically. Let's just say somebody hit me with the bat and froze me. They'd fly up like this, or they'd probably fly like backwards. But yeah, that's a cool use you could do with the bat. Next up on our list is the frisbee. And the frisbee by itself looks like something you cannot use for anything except fun, and you could use it for fun. But a secret use that a lot of people don't actually know is that when it's moving, you see that you see this yellow line behind it, like a yellow trail. You can actually step on it and jump on it. This can lead to some very like interesting escapes. You can just like, yeah, you can get really good at it, where you can like do it multiple times mid-air. I've actually done it once or twice before. Yeah, like that. I would say also, because the frisbee doesn't like break on impact, you can actually bounce it with a trampoline. So that's just something you can do. The frisbee is very interesting in that way. That's probably one of the most secret uses for gadgets, because it just looks like a play item. But then when you actually use it and know this secret use, you can like actually double jump basically. So it's a simple double jump that only costs 200 stuffing per double jump. And if you get really good, you can do like triple jumps and stuff. Next on our list, the umbrella. The umbrella itself doesn't have too many secret uses. I think the best way to show this is to go to a map with fans. So, using fans, you could, like, if you have an umbrella, you'll see normally, without umbrella, I go about this high. Okay, a little higher. Oh my god, why am I going so high? But with an umbrella, like, one umbrella will make you go a lot higher. And if you do 2 umbrellas, you'll go even higher. Yeah, quick tip. If you have 2 umbrellas, you're actually going to fall slower and go higher on fans. It's a very cool thing. So you can do this, and bam, I literally go to almost the top of this map. Well, since I'm here, I guess I'll show more tips and tricks. Another thing you can do, fireworks. Now, fireworks got massively nerfed in the last major update, based on how they cost 300 more stuffing, which is a lot in the long run. So I wouldn't advise using them as much. They're still good for a quick escape. Nerfing them was probably a good choice, just because it means that you can't immediately fly with them. But a tip for these is that they do have varying times, but it seems like when you're falling, like if I'm falling, then it's gonna last for a lot less long. So if you already have down momentum, or opposite, if you're going the opposite direction, then you're gonna hit your firework. It's going to not work. So basically, if you do this, you're falling, you don't use a firework unless you have enough for 2, because it's just not gonna work. That's a quick tip with fireworks. Next up, the ender pearl. The ender pearl is very interesting because it cannot hit. Okay, I'm put that pearl. Okay, so next thing, ender pearl. Quick tip with the ender pearl. It has this thing where it'll only work if there's a trail. If there's no trail, you see, no trail, it won't work. But if you see that trail when you throw it, that means it's gonna work. You don't need to throw it that hard, but if you could, I would advise being very careful though, because if it goes outside the map, it's obviously not gonna work. It's just gonna disappear, or hit the outside the map. Weird how you can actually do things like this. Pretty interesting. Anyways, next thing is snowball. I think the best way to show the snowball tip and trick is just to show it, not really say it. But basically, snowballs also have contact, just like hot chocolate, and could be used for things like this. Or maybe what? That doesn't even make sense. As you see, you can snowball for some massive momentum. Next up is these. These don't really give that knockback. Definitely not as good as snowballs for that reason. They cost the same amount. I think the best way to describe them is the reason they're really useful is because they disarm at the same speed as smoke. This is a combination tip, as it works with both. If you throw both of them combined, you can freeze a person and make it so they can't see. Meaning you can do a perfect escape. Like, now I can't see anything. If the hider's going that way, I wouldn't know. This is perfect. You get good at it, and they keep them really close to each other, and get the tiger almost always in the smoke. The main point is the tiger goes into the smoke and gets frozen. Even if they have the small side, they won't see you from over here. So it's a very good thing if you just want to do a quick escape. Next up, we have the impulse bomb. With the impulse bomb, my advice is that with the knockback of them, you can do things like this, where you can just launch, and all you're doing is you're just throwing them on the ground, throwing 2 on the ground, 2 more on the ground, grabbing these 2, jumping, which will instantly launch you away from opponents. Especially because these are pretty cheap compared to other movement options. They work really well, unless you mess up. This is a little expensive thing. Pretty sure these are 300 each or something. Don't really tell me here, but I'm pretty sure 300 each. So you're going to be spending around 1,200 stuffing just to do that. A little expensive, but still works really well if you need to escape quickly. Next up, explosive bombs. These are just like impulse bombs. The only difference is that they... Hello, J-Play. Only difference, making YouTube videos. Only difference is that they break things. Oh my god, J-Play, no. Okay, so. Place these, for example. Break it. Okay, J-Play, I need you to stop, please. Find a call. Oh my god, okay. So, a main thing you can do with these is how they will also act. I don't think impulse bombs do this. Yeah, they don't, but explosive bombs, this is just a cool thing. It doesn't really do anything. But explosive bombs will make no blocks go off. It's really cool. J-Play. Jesus. Okay, so if you want to make some cool music, and music's far away, you can do a blast of music just by that. Or this. Like, you can add different timings and everything. It's just cool for music. That's all these gadgets here. I guess you can also use the hider detector as like a block place thing as a tagger. They're a little expensive, so this doesn't really work. But if you're making a path, I'd advise just adding some hider detectors to the path. So if any hider attempts to like follow your path or anything, obviously make sure to hide these. You'll know if they are trying to follow your path. Very useful tip for that. So that's all the tips and tricks really that I can really give. I might make a video making tips and tricks for kids. This video's long, so yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and also consider joining my Discord if you would like to know more information about my upcoming game, Fearful Monkeys, which may or may not be a backrooms game related to the G-Tag movement, but that more announced about the game will be coming soon. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks!